Welcome to another episode of the Bamateur Hour. This is Bama John, and it is Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, in the year of our Lord. Welcome to all you. We have a special news update. This is what we call a Bamateur Hour Newsflash, and we're talking about Alabama basketball today. Alabama loses another battle to Duke this week, but this time it's not on the court. It's actually a portal recruiting battle. Cedric Coward, who Alabama targeted and had hoped to land, committed to Duke instead. So, unfortunately, Alabama has repeatedly lost recruiting battles to Duke when they've wanted a high-profile either portal recruit or a recruit out of high school. They really wanted Con Kniffel, but he chose Duke over Alabama. And as we saw in the Elite Eight game in the NCAA tournament, that was a big loss, as Con Kniffel really hurt Alabama. We could have used him, and he really would have helped. So even though Nate Oates is one of the best coaches in college, he is currently not up to the level of Duke and able to beat Duke in these marquee recruiting battles. So tough loss for Alabama this week on the heart and the transfer portal recruiting. Alabama did sign Kai Bristow out of the portal, so that's big breaking news as well. He's a 6'8" wing and can play shooting guard, can play small forward, and might be able to play power forward. He's got length. He can shoot. So that's a good addition. The roster is now up to 11 from 10. And we will break down the details of the roster on another episode. This is just a quick news update. And the third news item of this week is that Rylan Griffen has committed to Texas A&M. Opted for Texas A&M over Alabama. It's not real clear if Alabama actually offered him a spot, a roster spot, and it's possible that Nate Oates did not want Rylan Griffen, or that he was just too expensive and that the money he wanted was not what Alabama was willing to pay. I do think Alabama is holding one spot for Labaron Philon to see what's going to happen with his NBA draft situation and to see whether or not he will pull out. We won't know that decision until June 15th. So we've got a little bit over a month to see what happens. I think Alabama's going to hold one of their remaining two spots for that. But Bama's still 2 spots short of having a 13-man roster, and it really hurt to lose Cedric Coward. That was a player they wanted. Hopefully Kai Bristow will prove out to be a quality addition and someone that will contribute. Good news is he did play last year, and he was freshman of the year in the WAC at Tarleton State, but can he produce at the level that Bama needs him to produce at a Power 5 school and in the SEC and be a real contributor there? Yet to be proven. This roster is definitely still in flux. So that's where we are. With 11 spots now filled out on the team, Alabama has added some height. They've added some scoring prowess. It's going to be interesting to see if these players can mix that we have and compete at another Elite Eight, Final Four level and be one of the top 4 or 5 best teams in the SEC. Yet to be determined. We're going to find that out in November, December, January, February of next year. What do we have left to fill out? I still think Alabama needs another point guard. If Labaron Philon comes back, that will take care of that, because Philon can play point guard. He can play wing. He can play small forward. That gives us versatility. Let's hope that Philon chooses to come back. I don't think he's NBA ready, but he may think otherwise. But I think it's in his best interest to come back to Alabama, show that as a sophomore he can make that leap from freshman to sophomore, dominate, and play himself into a top 15 draft spot. And then what else would Alabama need? They need a point guard. They need probably a D3 wing that's 6'5" to 6'8". That can play shooting guard, can play small forward, and in a small lineup potentially could play power forward. And then the other thing that would be nice to add would be another scoring big man who's in the 6'10" to 7 foot range. But quite honestly, there's not much left in the portal. So it's going to be slim pickings out there, and there are the few high quality guys that are left in the portal apparently are commanding a lot of NIL money, and I don't know what the situation is with what Alabama's got left to buy another player. So yet to be determined there. So anyway, that is the update from today. Just a quick news flash that Alabama signs Kai Bristow. Hopefully that's a good ad. At least he's a proven college player and has had success at the mid-major college level. Alabama loses out on Cedric Coward as he chooses Duke over Alabama. Alabama still has not proven that when they go head-to-head with Duke and both teams really want a player, that they can beat Duke in those marquee recruiting battles, whether it's in the portal or recruiting for high school players who are coming in as freshmen. And then Rylan Griffen chooses Texas A&M. He's going to go to College Station, play with buckyball. It's not clear whether Alabama was willing to put their chips in the middle of the table and pay what it would have cost to bring Griffen back. He certainly was a contributor on that Final Four team 2 years ago. I think he would have helped this team, but Nate Oates clearly had other plans or just got outbid, and Texas A&M came in with the money and got Rylan Griffen. So that's the news update for today. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Roll Tide.